All right, Doc here from North America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Somewhere. All right. What do we see this morning? You can see here the dollar index moving down. Interestingly, in the fact that the stock market is moving up. Remember, we talked about this 2 days ago. We said, one goes up, the other one goes down, and that's exactly what's happening here. I guess the interest rates are kind of flattish. I want to say that. I guess we could go over and let's take a look at the interest rates just real quick. We'll take a look at the 30-year right there. You can see the 30-year, trying to lift up. It's in a daily buy for the last couple of days. But you see over here on Forex right there. And you can see over again on Chicago Quant right there. That what we're seeing is this pressure on the dollar finally. A little pressure here. I think there's a feeling out there that they have a grasp on. Don't ask me how to justify it. I have to laugh as I'm trying to even say it. And that is that somehow or another money has. Well, first of all, there was a really. We posted it on our on the Trade World website yesterday. About the amount of money trying to come into the market because of the shorts that are out there. They need to close out their short positions. So this is just, it could be another dead cat bounce. I guess that could be the one part of it. But then we've also talked about the fact that markets are trying to interpret and define the, the action that they're going to see in the next 60 days. So, markets like to anticipate 3 or 4 weeks ahead of time. So we're at a state now where the election's coming around the corner. It's looking like we're picking up 4 or 5 seats in the Senate. It's looking like, hey Metho, how you doing? It's looking like we're picking up. I'm trying to think how many it is. House seats could be 75 or 85 seats, right around there. I mean, it's really. The markets are trying to understand this more and more, and money is very good at the institutions and so forth are they go to mother's milk. What's mother's milk? Government money. So they're paying attention to what Washington is going to be, and how they function right now. So I think that's what we're really looking at, and you can see that. Let's just go back over to the. I know we're moving out of the currency here for a second, but let's just go to the stock market. The best way to describe it is this: as you can see, we didn't take out these lows. They punched the market down, as we put it up on here. Let me do it this way too, and we'll do it on Forex also. You can see they punched down in these lows back in June and July. Sell in May, go away, and they sold in May. There's May, right there. They sold in May and went away, and then they started realizing, wait a minute, maybe we need to own this stuff. And so then they rallied it back up to here. Now they've done another correction. This has got that ABC thing going on. This could be the B and then a C up. And now that's not all-time highs right there. When we slide over, the all-time highs are back in November, right here. But they're not that far off the hunt. In other words, We've already done the 25-30% thing, which is the old-fashioned bear market. How you interpret what a bear market is in the 21st century with quantitative easing, no doubt. Combine the two together. First of all, with option derivatives created in 1976. I mean, you're talking about stock markets that moved 2 and 3 million shares in a day, and now we move 2 or 3 billion shares in a day. So. That's a big jump from million to billion. And at the same time, what opened the door for that was the options market. That's exactly what did it, the option derivative market. So, and at the same time, the futures contract market did a good job at it, which the switch occurred yesterday for September to December. So, you put those two things together, and you start to realize that some of the old ideas that they had, we always hammer at, are just not what they used to be. Bear markets, the December bear market lasted 4 weeks. We dropped some crazy number like 40-50%, and we were the first talk about the V bottom, and it was going to happen now. And we were doing our webinar here, and telling you that it's going up. This is not 1965. This is 2020. Totally different animal. Different times, different places. Stepmom pal. Yeah, really, I like that. That's a good one. Yo, Jordan, how you doing this morning? Yeah, the stepmom was out there yesterday. What was it? Yellen. I understand she talked at a Ford Motor Company, that builds cars and tractors. Ford Motor Company factory. And the things she said were just like off the wall as usual, talking about climate change and how, electric's going to resolve that and, save the solar system stuff, all that. Always save the solar system. They call it save our climate. But what we're really talking about is that whatever's messing with the whole solar system is messing with us. And since they think it's SUVs and fossil fuels, then obviously it's the solar system. So, yeah, a lot of crazy stuff. Lots of crazy, crazy stuff. So, yeah, the stepmom yelling also with Mr. Powell. Mr. Powell's, I'm not sure what you would call Mr. Powell. I could see her as a stepmom. I'm not sure what you would call Powell. Powell's kind of like the stepchild, I guess, something like that. I don't know. Once removed. it's pretty bad. Powell's a very strange duck. But in the end result is that you can see here. And then when you go back to the currencies, which we shall do right there, let's take a look at the euro. Where's the euro at? And we have the, what do we have? We have the dollar index here. You can see they're trying to back it off. They're trying to do something here. I mean, the damn thing, look at it. And I call it the damn thing. It's been way too high. And, it's just running mad on the upside. Now, looking at the euro, right there, you can see the euro. It's moving up, and it's come off those all-time lows. Oh, let's see. There you go. One explanation was that the Japanese government kicked over the first domino by buying a bunch of Canadian bonds. Well, they got to buy something that pays interest. That's always a helpful thing, That's good morning, Giannis. Like I said, Europe's motto could be buy low, sell lower. Whereas at least here in North America, we still try to hold to the concept of buy low, sell high. So yeah, I hear you. And then Lagarde and dreaming too. Yeah. Well, Lagarde, Janos jumped in yesterday and said, what did Lagarde say? What did she say? What happened there? What was that all about? Was that yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yeah. It was like, whoa, they just smashed the euro, and and that's in the end of the day, they finally cleaned it up and brought it back up again. And you can see on Chicago Quant, we're a third day in a daily buy, and we are flirting this morning. You can see that. We are flirting with the weekly buy. The histogram has moved above the time manifolds there, the mirrored image time manifolds. And you can see the green line is trying to get up, and the what I call the echo, or the echo, the blue dashed line, which is the 5 of the super right there. Oh, let me do this. There we go. It's the 5 of the super right there as it highlights itself. As you highlight it right there, that's what that is. And you can see it's trying to jump through the zero line, and I'll tell you, if you would see that happen here, that would be, that could be a real good run. Now you might get some action like this, where you get a little sloppy sideways up movement. That's what it looks like we're getting right now. And then when finally the green line gets through the time manifold right there, it becomes the top of this whole action. Because a lot of times the echo is really indicative. When they join together, when they start to take off together, like, let's see if we can find one. Let's see. Here's one. It's usually a very strong action. When you can see it, let's move this line over for the fun of it. You see, when they both join in, it's usually part of a good move. In this case here, it didn't seem to work out. Normally, like 9 out of 10 times, it does that. What is that there? Why is that pink there? The cell went into it there. And so it's usually a very explosive sign. Here's one where they both get through the zero line, And usually there's some really solid action. In this case here, it just went up a handle or so. It really didn't lift. Most of the time, oh, there it goes. Then it finally does fill. It finally fills in and takes off after another couple of weeks. Usually that can be very, for a 3 or 4 week period, it can be very exciting. And most of the time I see that it does it, and it does it quick. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 days. It can be very explosive. Usually I'll put a bull spread on that's worth like 2 months because it's going to make money, and it usually does. So let's see. 2000 says she dreams of a colorful world and she's the queen. Yeah, I hear you there. I found a great cartoon. I think I'll put it up on the screen. It was a really good cartoon. I thought it was very cute. And I think it kind of it's the way I look at the queen. The way I look at the whole thing. I look at it as there it is right there. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. I'm going to bring that over. Matter of fact, let's do it this way. There we are. I thought that was kind of cute. I've done my duties, Paddington, the bear. Please take me to my husband. No, she did her job. She's gone. Done. God bless her. It's just the way it goes. It's just part of life. It's all part of life. That's how it usually plays out in the end. And I thought that was kind of nice, Anyway, there's the euro. You see the strength. And we see that it's trying to lift. And we see the weeklies trying to lift. So this could be a couple weeks of this. Maybe the dollar is going to... let's just go back to the dollar real quick. But maybe the dollar is just going to head sideways down now for a little while, and we'll start seeing a little bit more of that type of action. You can see it right there. We're starting to make a turn. It's broken down into the daily for the third day now in a sell. If this thing gets into the weekly and they both join in together, that could be. We could see ourselves back down into this area here, which would be really nice. But when it comes to Christine Lagarde, forget about it. That's buy low and sell lower. That's what that philosophy is. She's the one that she was with the IMF, and she's now she's the ECB, and her philosophy and ideas are all kinds of whimsical, as you say. They very are whimsical and dreamy, and and she's in a fantasy land. All right, from there we go over and look at the cable. Well, let's first I want to just do one thing, throw euro up on the screen here for J4X. Right there. And now let's put the British pound up there. Right there. And as you can see there, it's trying to lift. It went into a sell, and went into a buy, went into a sell, and now we're back into the buy again. But look at the weekly here. We don't even have the echo on. We should turn the echo on that. There it is. You see the echo there. It's trying to turn up too, but it hasn't gotten through the time manifold at all. And then, I see, we had a problem this morning, I see, trying to get into the Dukascopy day-week charts that we keep. It says unrecognized file. Uh-oh. Okay. So then what we'll do is let's go over to here and copy one of these. Copy. We'll do a paste here. File. And wait a second, what's up with this? Where's that? Let me go back to that again and try that again. Copy. Copy window. And I want to paste that. Why can't I paste that? Okay, so what we have to do is create a whole new one, I guess. Alright. So then let's try to do that. Where am I at? Let's go to here. New chart window. Okay. So what it wants me to do is put something in. So I'm having a problem with that. I'm not sure what that's all about, but we'll just figure that out. Spot, is it? Forex. There it is. Or cash. Cash. There it is. There we go. All right. And then file, paste window. There we go. Now we got it in there. Let's see. Let's try that. Okay, so that's what we did. That one's there. Let's go do this at the same time. I want to do this in a combination that we haven't done before. So let's do this. Let's get rid of that. There we go. And let's go over. There's the cable, as I was saying. But let's do this one too. Let me grab another one. What I want to do is I want to do this. Let me grab this file. No, I want to go over to there. There we go. I want to grab the AUD right there. Let's grab that. File, copy, and then I can put that in there. File, paste. And then I can get rid of that one. There we go. Now I want to save this. Save as, let's see, where is it at? Save it as that. We're going to call that B. There we are. All right, that's good. Save as, just double check it, because we're having a little technical difficulties here. Yes, there we are. Let's see what it looks like there. Okay, and we'll go like this. All right. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so what I do is I go like that and delete it. Boom, gone. All right, perfect. Now we're good. All right, so let's go over. We went from one to the other. So now let me go over to. We put the cable in there. I think we're going to have to do some maintenance this morning here. That's what the problem is. Something's wrong with the chart package. Not the chart package, the folder itself. Not sure what happened there. Just give me a moment, please. Copy. And then we'll put that in there like so. File. Paste. There we go. And then, I guess from the cable, and do we have cable up on? No, we don't have the cable up on J4X. So from cable, right there, we go over to the Swiss. So let's do that. So we go over to here. Let's grab a hold of that. Right there. Copy that. And then put it in there like so. Paste. That's fine. Now we're getting somewhere. Now what we do is we grab the Swiss. And the Swiss is right here. Is the Swiss right here? Oh, we don't have the Swiss in there. That's interesting. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll put the Swiss in. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What happened to my folder of all those things that everybody asked me about? So what we do is we take this and we paste again. There we go. And we are going to turn that into the... let's go like that. Let's turn that into the Swiss, dollar Swiss pairs trade and see what the dollar Swiss is doing. They've been pushing that down for a couple days. So... you know, no, it was reading this action pretty well. Let's see. Let's go like this. USD. Swiss. Right there. There we go. And as you can see there, you know, the Swiss went into the sell right there. So it's also kind of joined in like the way the Euro has. I guess we can move some of this stuff over. This is not it. Oh, that's a long buy. Look at that. That was an incredibly long buy. Move that over. And we'll take that one. We can just get rid of that altogether. Remove. Put that in there like that. There's the buy. What an interesting run that was. Remember that? That big long run. You know, it told us that the weakness was coming. But notice, as we scrunch this up, notice it did not take out the highs. Just like the stock market did not take out the lows. So it seems like we're in that pattern now. We're in some type of pattern where the marketplace doesn't seem to want to... there's a Swiss up on J4X. You know, the market seems to have become very comfortable with that whole situation. And let's see, we can take, let's see, we move this one over to there, move that one over to there, remove that one altogether. There we are. You know, the Swiss has been very consistent. Can't complain about that, you know. Let's move that over just a tad more and find the cell. That was the cell right there. Remove, drawing, and move that there. There we go. Looks like we're going to be fixing, during this webinar, we'll be fixing these tools. Ooh, yes, Christine Lagarde again. Okay, yeah, so, and the same thing with the weekly. Where's the weekly at? The weekly was there. And we are flirting as we speak. I feel pretty comfortable. Let's try to move that over there. We'll see. I'll remove it if it doesn't, but it's minus at the moment. Getting ready to go into the weekly sell. After, you know, weeks and weeks in a weekly sell, it went into a weekly buy for a couple of weeks, and now we are back again. Let's move that over to, where is it? There? There. There we go. So that's the Swiss. All right. Now, matter of fact, I guess we should, no, do we need to write Swiss up on there? I don't think so. We just say save workspace like that. All right. From there, we jump over to, let's see, we got, see, look at, all my things are missing. So I got to add to them. Let me just double check that there. Yeah, there's Swiss. So from the Swiss, what we usually do is we go to the Turkish liras. We do both of those. So let's put the Turkish liras in there. File, paste window. There it is again. And file, paste window. Again. Might as well just do a bunch of the pastes at this point. Paste again. And paste again. And we'll go, what we'll do is we'll put everything that we normally do into the system again. Just have to add them. That's the way it goes, I guess. All right, so let's put the dollar Turkish lira in to the system here now. And thank goodness the history and all is there. So USD, and then it's Turkish lira right there. There we go. And then USD, Turkish lira again. No, done that wrong. USD, Turkish lira again. There we are. So let's see what the Turkish lira is doing. And let's put it up on Forex at the same time. Remember, traders, if you want to see something new or different, we'll gladly go after it. Ooh, there we go. Metho says, whoop. I say, Russell 2000, please. Sure. We have that, too. Let me just save this. Okay, there we go. And here's the Russell 2000. You know, I haven't looked at the Russell, and we haven't looked at the Russell on the webinar here in, like a month. There's the Russell 2000. And you can see there's that low also, back in June. And when we scrunch it up, you can see, you know, it had the highs in November like everybody else, all-time highs. And, you know, it's doing the same thing, making higher lows. And look at it. It's been in the weekly buy since here. Look at that. Been in the weekly buy since right there. And has not given up. And then the daily, last 2 days it's been in a daily buy. Today and yesterday. It went through, well, it was in that weekly, look at it here, it kept you out of the sell-off there. Gave you the win here. Gave you the sell-off there. That was another winner chicken dinner. Wow, it was a gap down no less. Look at that. So you got short here on the close of that. And it just gave it a good smash. And then put you in a buy back in here. That was a long buy. Look at that. There's your buy signal. Is that it? I think that is. Or is it a day later? Let's see. That's it right there. Went into the daily buy there. You closed in the weekly buy. You were through the line. There was your weekly buy right there, numbers wise. One or the other. It was day before or that. And then it went up all the way to there. It was in a buy from here all the way to here. So this has been a real winner chicken dinner. That was nice. Thank you for asking. I've been meaning, there's many a time I think to myself, you should go look it up and see what they're doing with that thing. Sometimes it's a leader. You know, it's kind of like platinum in some ways. It kind of can lead because what the Russell 2000 represents is what the old NASDAQ or Tech 100 represented. You know, what the old American stock exchange index represented. You know, the pink sheet type of thing. You know, they're the lowest capitalized companies in the U.S. So in other words, there's a Microsoft hiding in there somewhere. There's 2,000 of them, and out of one of those 2,000 companies, there's a Microsoft in there right now hiding, that's trading at $2 a share, or 50 cents a share, or $3 a share, and it's, you know, one day it's going to be $300 a share. That's what the Russell. Matter of fact, in many ways, that's why money runs into it. Is that they know that buy the whole index and try to find the diamond in the rough. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, out of 1,000 of them, out of the 2,000, out of 1,000 of them, they may not exist, or it'll be merged or something. And you know, but one of them in there, or two of them in there, is an Intel, is a Microsoft, is an Apple. You know, that's what it is. So. All right, you know, low cap. Missed my bus. Your bus? What? Oh, you're. What time? Aren't you leaving? Like in like an hour? Like an hour and a half? You missed your bus. Neither of your cars are running. Let me save this, and we'll go back to the currencies. But if anybody else wants to see something, don't be afraid. Just shout it out. Oh, I'm late here. Oh, okay. That's nice, Robin. Good morning. As if I hadn't talked to you before. All right. Let's see. Where we go to? Oh, go back to currencies here. So there is, let's recycle this sucker. There it is there. That is the Turkish lira. Let's widen this out a little bit. There you go. And when it comes to the weekly, well, we can turn those all off, obviously, because it's only been in a weekly buy. This thing has been in a weekly buy for 28 weeks. So all these can go except for that last one. And we will put that in there. Let's slide it over. Something happened to my file for all the... There it is right there. Let's see, where's it at? So we can get rid of that one. We can get rid of that one. And it went into the buy right there in February. And that's where it went into the buy. What does that say? Sell. Cute. So I'm rewriting, redoing the charts as we do the webinar. And so there we are. Is it is getting kind of low. That's kind of interesting. We can widen that out. You can see that there it is right there. Oop, didn't mean to grab that. Let's grab that instead. Weekly quant. There we are. And day quant. There we are. Hey, 47. Nika. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Let's save this and we'll go right over to it. I love questions. Ask questions, please, so we can explore the financial universe. Go where go where no trader has gone before. Alrighty. Let's see. Banzai. Storm. Banzai. They want to trim you. That's what Banzai's all about. All right, let's jump over to Storm. I hope you have a good weekend. I haven't seen you in a few days. Let's go over to, where are we going now? Oh yeah, S&Ps. So let's go take a look at, well, first of all, let's look at Nikkei. Still looking at the September contract in Nikkei. I think we have to wait literally all the way to the end because it's not that active. So there's a Nikkei. You see they're playing with that. They played with the daily buy yesterday, but there they are today. That's the 8th. Where's the 9th at? Let's get the 9th in there. Where are you on the 9th? Settings. See if that'll do it. There we go. So it went into a buy yesterday. Is that right now? No, where's the 9th? I don't see the 9th. Let's try December just to see. Maybe they stopped trading the Nikkei on that. Let's just put that in there for the time being. We're going to take a look and see if December is reflecting it. There's December. Close. No, they're not showing that either. So neither are updating? That don't make any sense. All right, let's see if we can find it another way. We'll go back to September. And we'll see if we can get... there must be... Maybe it's an electronic feed. I don't know. Let me see what we can find here. September. There's September. And why am I not seeing... Let me just double check another charting system. To see if they... maybe there's a problem. I don't know. Maybe they're closed today. I don't know. Let's see. I doubt it. Chicago would still trade it. Alright, what do they got there? The September contract... Monthly. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so right now it's trading at 28.01. So what is that? Down or up? It's trading at 28.100, up 190 today. Something doesn't look right. It's almost like a day behind. What's going on here? That's December. They're not reflecting the September contract. Wait a minute. The exchange is not reflecting the September. That's a monthly. Where's the daily at? Let's see. They're not reflecting the September. Oh, there it is. There's the September contract. Is that the September contract? Yeah. No, that's wrong too. The Nikkei. They're not reflecting a September contract. So they've dropped the September contract. They're just trading the December contract. That's odd. The exchange is reflecting only December. All right, so we got to stick that in there, don't we? Looks like it's going back into the buy, that's for sure, right there. And let's see what we can do. We'll put the December back in there. This looks like it's going to be a little quagmire in there, but it's all right. We'll resolve this. But the exchange is not trading it right now. There is no September contract at all. It's not like it's listed and it's like closed. They just removed it altogether. So they must remove it a week ahead of time. Anybody here remember exercising Raiders of the Lost Trade? Yeah, really. We're trying to... I think of it more like Star Trek, like go where no man has gone before. Or woman. And, and so basically, when I ask people to ask questions, I'm hoping that you come up with something we've never looked at before. Or something we haven't looked at in weeks and months and years, that type of thing. But in this case here's the September contract. I'm sorry, this is the December contract. That's the 8th. And today it's trading at, now it makes sense. So let me fix this. Where's it at? We'll find it in a second. Go to Globex. And there's the December contract. And let's edit it. And I can give you the quote. Good. Load. Add. And let me just move this over so I can see it. I got to move the exchange quotes over so I can put it in. So I go like that. So I can put the high, low, and close and all that stuff is in there. I see. So and open 27925. And then the high today is 28115. And the low is 27895. And last, at the moment, they're showing a trade. Let's see, they're showing a trade of about an hour ago of 27,895. Well, is that right? No, that's not right. That's wrong. They're showing a trade of 281. That's what it is. Okay. So let's fix that. 281. 28,100. There we go. All right. Now, let's put that in there. And settings. And default. And let's see what happens. There we go. There it is. 47. There it is. So you can see a second day on that buy. Went into the buy yesterday. It's in there again today. Let's put that up there. Like that. No, wrong place. Remove. Where are we at here? There we are. And green. So there we are there. And at the same time, let's put the weekly in there, because more than likely it's going to stay in a buy when it's this late in the action. It's going to take a lot of work to knock it down. Looks like it's putting itself into the weekly buy at the same time. Raiders of the Lost Trader. No, I think we are. Well, I'd like to. Yeah, I could see that too. Pirates. Arr, me bucko. All right, there we go. Let's save this. Save. There we go. And then where do we go from there? Oh, you asked for the S&P 500. So let's look at the S&P 500 again. There we go. There's the S&P. It closed in a daily buy yesterday. It is flirting very close, only 16 points away from the weekly buy. If they run this thing up to 400 and change, maybe it'll put it into the weekly buy at this point. Maybe it's the one full percentage point that'll get it there. So it needs to go up at least 330 points or something. Not 300. I'm talking about the Dow. I'm sorry about that. This probably has to go up. Let's see. What are we up now? Right now, the S&Ps are up 30 some odd points. S&Ps are up 29.25, basically 30 points. So if they're up 50 points today, or 45 points, something like that, maybe that'll put it into the weekly buy. Alrighty, back to the currencies we go. Hi ho, hi ho. And right there. And there it is right there. You can see they've been really battling, stay in the buy, and it, see what it do. It went into the sell here, and I guess let's widen this a little bit more. And we're still in the sell. Okay. Remove that. We had some technical difficulties, Storm, if you're wondering why all the things are out of line here. There's the buy. It goes right there. Zero line. Let's grab this cell right here and move it into there. Move those lines out of the way until we know we don't need them. Went into the cell right there. Then they rolled over. And then again, we don't need that. We can remove that. We don't need that. We can remove that. Oh, you know what? We can use that. Let's use that one. We can remove that one. Remove that. And move that over to there. That was the last buy from there. So we'll just remove that. Remove that. Remove. So we use that. We'll remove this one and put that one in there. So I'm cleaning my charts up at the same time. So if someone asks a question, I'll go jump and stop cleaning them up. And so we'll move that right there. Remove that one right there. And remove that one right there. And put the cell in there. Move it over. So you can see there the dollar euro is holding very comfortably in that weekly buy. See it right there. It's not letting go. All right, we can get rid of these two and go on to the next pairs unless somebody wants to see something. And let's go take a look at it over on J4X. We'll go to the euro, the euro Turkish lira, which is way more insightful. No doubt about that. Right there. And so what we'll do is we will copy. Let's see, what we'll do is we'll do this. So we'll delete these. Delete. And then we'll go thought we were going to use them, but we'll delete those. Delete that, and we will delete that, and then we'll put yes, and we will delete that, yes, and then we will delete the last one right here, like that. Delete that, yes, and then what we'll do is we'll copy this and put that in there. So let's save this and copy that. Just when I thought I had it figured out. It's what trading's all about. Just when you think you've figured it out, it does something to surprise you. So in this case here, let's put the euro Turkish lira in there, which seems to me to be the better pairs trade of them all. Let's see, how do we do this? We go like that. We go euro Turkish lira right there. And let's do the same thing with that one right underneath it. Euro Turkish lira. There we go. And then hit the close, like so. Oh, let's see. Dollar index? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go over to the dollar index. Let me just save this and we'll go there. I was really surprised that the dollar had gotten as strong as it had. I really did. I thought the dollar index was just way out of control. It just shows you the craziness of it all. There's the dollar index again. You can see here, a third day in a sell. Let's put that sell in there. Third day in a sell, and the weekly's holding up very well in here. And Forex is the same way. Where's it at? Right there. You see it's holding up very well, in this downside move now. But the weekly is holding up. It's very firm. Storm says, so much traps in the market. This is crazy. You mean like when you say traps, let's see. DAX is trolling like Dow is trolling Nas and trolling, and yeah, I see what you're saying. In other words, they're all following each other, whereas they don't seem to be independent. They have a saying, I guess it is. It's an expression, or it's a strategy. It's called pairs trades and the VIG, and what they do is they look at their past performances, and then they try to play with them, like buy DAX, sell Dow, or buy Dow, or and sell DAX. They try to follow the flow of the economies, and dividends, and all kinds of things. And it's the VEG. It's a Vega, not VIG. It's the Vega. And so what they do is they play these pairs trades, and so basically they figure that they're all Storm. They're all like an engine, and you have pistons inside the engine that go up and down where the explosion goes to push the crankshaft, from the fuel. And so it doesn't function like an electric armature. Let's say that, put it that way. It's one piston is up, another piston is in the middle, and another piston is down at the bottom. That would be a 3-piston engine. A 6-piston engine would go in that same scale, where the first is up, the second one is a little bit lower, third is a little bit lower, a little bit lower, and lower, all the way down to the 6th one, which is at the bottom. And they go and they cycle up and down, up and down, up and down, powering the crankshaft in the end, generating the power, or supporting the power, that type of thing. So that's the whole process. And so I agree with you. They kind of follow each other, or as you say, they're trolling. They're following. They're like trolls trolling in the internet. Yeah, I totally agree with you. It does work that way, and we were really disappointed. I can say that is with the cryptos. We really thought the cryptos were going to be independent. Let's see, buy me, pal. Now I've got you. Downstairs. You mean like an engine? Yeah. They're all moving in the same direction. That's the answer to that all. Is that they're all moving in the same direction. And it's kind of irritating in many ways. It is. I agree with you. You would look for that independence. So then money managers go and try to find different ways of playing that game. That's what they do. They do that, and so it is irritating. I agree with you. I do agree, but it's the way it works. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's disappointing, but it is the way it is, and there's no stopping it. It's just part of the financial life. So. But that's the and the problem is that then the currencies used to be much more like that too, and they would follow currency decision making, like buying and selling it, would be followed by inflation, interest rates, GDP, employment. They would follow all these things, which was they were the fundamentals. So really, what you're really seeing is that the fundamentals don't mean much anymore. That's what the problem is. Fundamentals don't mean anything. And it's really a drag, because there are funds, mutual funds, billions and trillions of dollars being managed under the guise that they're following fundamentals. And they're not following fundamentals. And that's really strange, That's very strange. So, anyhow, back to the currencies. But if you want to look at something, or if you want me to try to take something apart, we'll go look at it, and take it apart. But that is the issue out of it all in the end, is that, the fundamentals are not being followed anymore. And that's really irritating, when you think about it, that the fundamentals are not being followed. And then you question, what is the decision-making process? And it's the Federal Reserve. That's what the decision-making process is. It's the Federal Reserve buying and selling, supporting things, and the whole bit. It's like, what? Are you kidding me? That's the decision-making process? A bunch of politicians? We're in trouble. No wonder we're in trouble. We've got a bunch of politicians making decisions on marketplaces, equity, through taxation and all these other things. They're doing all this stuff, and it's like very putrid as far as I'm concerned. It's not very good, let's put it that way. Let's see, now this is, what are we looking at here? That's like that. Yeah, there we go. So there's the, what is this? This is the Euro Turkish Lira. Let's save that. And let's jump over to Canadian now. We have a good copy of the Canadian, so we don't have to modify that whatsoever. Save this. Yes. Boing. And then we go there, and let's grab the Canadian. There is the Canadian right there. And when we look at Canadian, let's copy that. Copy window, and then go over to here. And paste window. Right there. There we go. And there's the Canadian. And let's save that. Save workspace. Bingo. All right. Now the Canadian, you can see, is a couple days in a sell, and the weekly buy is holding up. And then what we do is let's put it over on J4X. We'll put oil up on J4X and show you what the oil is doing today. And it's doing exactly what the currency is telling us, and that is that oil is going up. I'm assuming. Yeah, it's at 86 now. And let's just take a look at it over here. And there is oil. Last I looked, it was moving up. Right there. Yeah, see, it's moving up today. And so you can see it's even trying to get through, and it's holding that weekly. Right there. And then we'll put Canadian dollar up on the screen here. Right there. Right there. And as it's heading down, in other words, it's gaining against the dollar, oil is rising up. Exactly. Cool, Storm. Cool. Storm says, do you show the AUD? I'm actually shorting there. Yes, here. We have it right at the beginning, too, now. There. Where's it at? Let's go right here. And there's AUD. And, oh, yeah, right. It's trying to turn up at the moment. It wasn't a sell from here back on the 30th. It is in a weekly sell. Was it in the weekly sell here? No. So it went into the weekly sell last week, right there. Let's see, like that. And it did exactly, that thing what I was talking about earlier, where the green line and the echo kind of go together, it really is a lot of times very impactful. And then so it went into the weekly sell last week, and it looks like it's getting ready to close in the weekly buy. So be careful about that short. Let's fix that, and let's look at it a little bit closer too. Yeah, look at it. It's right on the edge. It's trying to get into a weekly buy as we speak in the AUD. And you can see here, we got a volatility signal yesterday and a nice strong move up here today. And you can see here, it's right on the edge. It's in the weekly buy as we speak right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the circle up there instead of the line because it's that close. But it's threatening to go into the weekly buy, so be careful about shorting that right now. Let's save that. Save. There we go. So there's the AUD. So that's be careful, because the dollar is, look at that dollar index again, as we just looked at. Where's that at? There's the dollar index, and they're selling that dollar index down, and that dollar index could get into a couple of weeks of this. We're seeing a lot of weakness. Look at this. They're all trying to break down. Next week could be the bigger week for it. You may be, it may go down. Well, in this case here, we're already looking at it. Let's go back to the Canadian. I'm not the Canadian. I'm sorry, the Aussie. The Aussie's jumping into a daily buy as we speak. It doesn't look like it's going to back off. And notice that it's very rare for this. Like there was one there. You got a volatility signal. The next day it jumped up. And then the following day it collapsed. But usually you get a couple days of strength out of it, at least 2. And so there could be strength tomorrow also. Or in this case it's Friday, so Monday there could be strength, and then it might back off. Now, in a weekly buy, the buys can be very strong. Look at how long this went on for. Not that it doesn't go up and down in it, but in this case it was that. In this one we were in a weekly buy. And did the same thing. It gave a big move. It had a volatility signal 2 days beforehand. So they slammed it and then jumped back into a daily buy. And since we were in a weekly buy, the slam didn't mean anything to us. So in other words, this whole short here was, irregardless because it was in a weekly buy. And then you saw the strength kick out of it. So, if you're shorting it right now, there could be, if it's just a short intraday play, it's one thing. But if you're playing it for like the next 3 to 5 days, definitely be careful, because if this thing closes in a weekly buy and we're in a daily buy, this thing could go 2 or 3 days or 4 days on the upside, and it may not see this low, that 67 low again. And here we are at 68.40 at this point. It's gone from 67 2 days ago to almost 68 at this point. Oh no, at 68.40 from 67. So yeah, be cautious there. We'll check it out again on Monday, that's for sure. Let's save this. And so from there, what we do is we go over to the South African Rand. So let's put the South African Rand in here. Let's see, which product would look like the South... I guess maybe Canadian could be like the South African Rand. Yeah, let's copy that. And paste that. And we'll put the South African Rand in. And that is USD ZAR. Oh, blew that one real quick. Just tried to scroll into it, didn't work. USD ZAR, ZZ top. There's ZAR. There we go. Now this correlates with gold. Oh, good. Good. You want me to put an intraday chart up? I can put an intraday chart up if you're interested. I can do that. I'll load one in now while you're making that decision. Let's see. What do we do? Copy. Paste. Let's go with the 93. We will delete that. Oop. Okay, so let's go settings, 93 contracts. Or if it's like an hourly, or if it's a 15-minute chart or something like that, just let us know and we'll adjust it, Okay, and then we'll delete that. Remove altogether. There we go. Okay, so 93 is not even close. We can do it as a minute chart if you want. Let's see. I trade only intraday. Good. That's fine. If you're doing minute charts or 15-minute or an hour, let me know and we'll put it in there. Okay. All right. Oop. Okay, there we go. 93 contracts is nothing on this thing. Let's try. I guess it just doesn't trade that many contracts. So let's try this. Let's try 9. No, it was calculating. That's what it's doing. It's calculating. Okay. Minute charts come out really fast. Contract tick spatial charts take a little while to collect data. All right. Well, we're there. What we do this is, did we do the ZAR? Yeah, there's the ZAR. So let's fix ZAR now. Let's look at ZAR. So ZAR has been in a buy from here, and we are not. You can see it's heading down. I'm going to put that there. You can see it's heading down pretty well today. So gold must be lifting up. At the same time, we've been in a weekly buy. Let's recycle this whole thing. Let's see. Storm says 1, 5, and 15. Oh, we can do that real quick. That's no problem. That's no problem. It's those spatial ones that make it challenging. So here's the 1 minute chart. There's a 1 minute chart. Let's see, and we can get rid of. Let's do this. Okay. And let's move. Let's do this. Let's put this one in there. Properties. Okay. Did I delete that or something? What did I do here? Let's go like this. Indicators. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we are. And let's do this. Let's get rid of this one. Indicator. And remove that one. There we go. There we are. So there's a 1 minute. So the short was pretty good there. You can see that, it's making some money. Not a lot, but it's making some money on the 1 minute. Let's go look at the 5 minute. There's the 5 minute. 5 minute. And it had a volatility signal. Now it's trying to go into the sell. Both have been negative right there. And then what was the next one? You did 15 minute? Let's do 15 minute for you. And there's 15 minute. Let's go back a little bit for you. It's actually in a buy on the 15 minute in our work, but trying to break down at the moment as we speak. It's trying. There was the last sell right there. So then there's your last buy right there. So let's see. That is the action we're seeing there. Let's see. Oh, you can't see. Sorry about that. There you go. Let's do that again for you. So there's that. There you go. Yeah. So that's the action we're seeing right there. Hasn't been that good a buy. That's a good reason why I see you're getting involved in it. There was the buy and it went higher, but you had to wait it out for a half hour, and then now it's trying to break down. But at this moment, we're getting a bounce out of it here. The problem is that, it's kind of at the top end of its range. Like, here it went 4 bars, and then it kind of plateaued out. So in this case here, if we could get the bars minus, it's a lot easier short, that's for sure. All right. What else can we say about any of that? I guess that's about it. Did you see all 3 of them? Do you want me to do all 3 again? I'll do all 3 again before I leave. because we are past our expiration. I'll wait for a response, and then I'm going to start singing. The singing trader is going to sing his way like the good old cowboy I am. All right, then. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, to all our trading friends. Later, traders. Everybody have a safe and smart weekend. We will see you early. I'm going to do a 5:30 in the morning instead of at 8:30 in the morning here in the States tomorrow. So I will remind Giannis to post it, and you will see us 3 hours earlier at 5:30, just to be able to give other people a chance in the world to not have to be up at midnight or 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Just make it a little bit earlier and see if that'll help out. So, aloha to all. Aloha. Kalabanga.